Welcome to Second Helpings, everybody. My name is Jackie Zabrowski.
And I'm MJ. The story of the week may have been Brad Pitt, but your second helping of the week is the level at which Jackie wants to kiss Hannah Einbinder. That's where we're bringing it in. I'm thrilled that this is what we're talking about.
It is a boing from me, dog.
It's going to be a boing in kind of a day because also Matthew Rhys and Kerri Russell had this big variety interview. We're boing in.
And, you know, I mean, I have my Spike shirt on today, so I feel like that's it. You know it's going to be an extra boing day if there's a Spike shirt on, especially when your shirt says you always hurt the ones you love.
The Spike shirt that was purchased before season 6, episode 19, and you're wearing it. You're posting through it. You know, I love this for you. You're like, I'm not going to stop wearing the shirt.
Thank you, because I was talking to the people over at Hellmouth Con, which is this huge Buffy convention that's out here in LA. They actually have it in Sunnydale, like where they shot everything in Sunnydale. And
so cool.
I had this shirt on when I was talking to the head of Hellmouth Con, and
they're
this.
You know, giving like a whole Lucille Blue,
giving me the look,
up and down. This is what we're wearing.
But what did I do, MJ? I just, you know me. Have you ever met me before? Did I just talk about how much I love Buffy and what Buffy means to me? And I watched his eyes glaze over, but I do think he must be used to this at some point, right?
God, I mean, listen, within weeks of us watching Buffy, we were introduced to the world that is the Buffy fan. And we love all of you. You're incredible. You have been our shepherds through this journey.
We couldn't have done this without you.
We couldn't have done it without you. And also, the level of intensity with which people like Buffy is, you know, I'm going to say admirable and also, you know, it's a little daunting. And so I can imagine that if you are a person who facilitates the Hellmouth Festival con, that you
probably
have dealt, you've dealt with some pretty intense Buffy fans in your life.
Would you say you're one of them now, MJ, though? Because I do really feel like I love Buffy, and it's not that I'm wearing the Spike shirt every single day, but if someone brings up Buffy around me and I go, and then immediately, because at Crude Ink, like at Jeff's shop, we sell these sweetheart keychains that I make, and I sell them with Buffy on one side, on both of them, and some have Angel and some have Spike. And I very heavily, I don't want to say judge, but I get into conversations with the people that take the Buffy and Angel ones.
You just say plain. How plain of you.
Interesting.
Wow. Brave.
And then I bring up the curse, and then they're like, don't you dare bring up the curse. And it's kind of fun because then they bring up episode 6, you know, or episode 19 in season 6. And I said, don't you dare bring up
you
season
say, don't
6,
bring that
episode
up.
19.
No. You know what you should bring up? You should bring up bones. Anytime somebody buys an Angel.
Okay, how about bones for
go
you?
Enjoy bones.
Enjoy it. But here's the thing, MJ. I think a lot of people did enjoy Bones. It was on for quite some time.
Bones is like Suits. It's like immensely popular. Can't make fun of Bones without angering the masses.
No, you certainly. I don't even know what Bones is about. No bones about it over here. I think it has something to do with science and
forensics.
Police work. Okay, there you go. Science and police work. So I was right all along. But
I think it's forensic. During the period of time that I was obsessed with Forensic Files, Gideon would just walk into the room and see me watching Forensic Files, and he sang a little song that went like this: doodly doo 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 forensics. And I think that's Bones. That's the elevator pitch
for Bones. Okay, that was it. And they're like, with Angel, we got it. Yeah. We have to have it. But, you know, I'm proud of all you Bones heads out there. I think that, like, you guys need the Bones, and I'm happy that you've got it. We're all out here supping on different kinds of media, and I know that we're going to be talking about other, you know, actual articles, but this is something big that we need to talk about, MJ, because you said our second helpings is Jackie's, you know, need for Hannah Einbinder that I had no idea that I had, because I've watched hacks. I'm not saying, I really enjoy, I love Hannah Einbinder's work. I think she's very funny. I think she's very talented.
Her activism is so awesome.
Great. Like everything,
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy. I enjoy them as a human being. And then I watched Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Okay.
And I tell you what, it's not even that I was wrong. It's that I just hadn't thought about it. Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma is a movie that just came out. It had a very small drop, and I was so excited that Jeff immediately snagged us tickets. It's by the same person that wrote and directed I Saw the TV Glow and the World's Fair ending in the World's Fair. We're all going to the World's Fair. That movie. But I really, really I really loved I Saw the TV Glow.
Yeah.
And so I was excited about this new one. I knew nothing about it. All I knew is that it was by the same person that did that. I knew that Gillian Anderson was in it, and I didn't even know Hannah Einbinder was in it. I just knew Gillian Anderson was in it. I was like, done.
That's all you need.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm there. I also recommend everyone, despite what I'm about to say, also goes to see it just knowing that. Really, that's all you need to know. And if you liked I Saw the TV Glow, go see it. It's definitely... It subverted my expectations. It is not what I expected it to be. I will just, as a general, just so in case you're like, but what? Gillian Anderson essentially is the final girl from a franchise that is like a Friday the 13th, Halloween in this world. So it's it's almost like based on a sleepaway camp. And for those of you that are familiar with sleepaway camp, there is a transphobic through line through it. So this whole movie is Hannah Einbinder being like, I'm writing a woke version of the original movie. I'm going to the final girl because I want her to be involved in it. Okay. So that's like the loose pitch, right?
Okay. All right.
And it is, I wouldn't even say it's a horror movie, but it is cartoonishly bloody, but also it's boing. It is so sexy. And I didn't know. I didn't know, MJ. I'm sorry, Hannah Einbinder. I'm sorry I haven't been just at the pedestal of which I should have you up upon. I didn't know. And now I know. And it's a great movie. It really is not what I expected it to be. And it was awesome because there were such few showings, and the one I saw it in, the house was packed. It was and I was so happy because I think that I Saw the TV Glow just has such a massive cult following too. So I would assume that with this, that's why I kind of thought it was going to get a bigger release, but it didn't. And in fact, most people I bring it up to, they're like, I have not even heard of this movie at all. And I've been thinking about it nonstop, asking everyone I know that likes movies like this to watch it so I can talk to anyone about it. I want to talk about it and how horny I am about it. And I'm allowed to be, MJ. It's like you're supposed to be horny.
You're supposed to be horny. Yeah. So it's but it's limited release, but it's it sounds like it's like a summer self-aware summer slasher, woke, but in on the joke.
On the joke, very meta. In fact, to that point, the big bad, the Michael Myers of this world is called Little Death. And for those that don't know, in French, there is a term for orgasm, which means little death. And so that's part of the mystique. And I really want everybody to see it, but I don't know when you're going to be able to because I imagine it's already out of the movie theaters. I'm just saying, give it a look for when it's streaming because, great. Especially going from seeing Spider-Man in the theater to going to see this, and such packed theater experiences, but in such different ways. But I tell you, man, we were having a hoot and a half. Everybody, there were in horny parts, literally people in the audience were like, yeah, it was great.
That's awesome. I love that Hannah Einbinder has been able to like define herself as such an outspoken activist and seemingly not had serious career repercussions, or maybe just the projects that and the people that she's working with or what she's choosing. Like, it seems like it's just been like fine for her in a way that I'm sure there's a million reasons why it was different for somebody like Marissa Barrera and everything. But like, it's fascinating to see that, like, I feel like one thing that most people know about Hannah Einbinder is that she is like a very unapologetic, outspoken activist. And yeah, it doesn't seem to have like taken her out at all, which I think is kind of fun.
I mean, I hate to even just point out the fact of, like, I imagine that the color of her skin probably adds into that, and her privilege adds into that, but you know.
For sure. Yes, she's a Nepo, and also, obviously Scream is a much more mainstream franchise, and the timing and again, a million reasons, but I think that it's just nice to see like a young up-and-coming actress who just isn't afraid of having values and standing by them.
Right. No, for sure.
Which I think is really, really neat.
I mean, not to bring up this real fast. God, they had one of the Waterloo melon medleys in the fridge at work today, and I think I stole someone's because I don't know if they were keeping it for themselves. You can taste every melon. I know I said this on page 7 like months ago. You can taste every goddamn melon. This is
multiple
crazy.
Different types of melons.
Multiple melons, MJ. Every sip you get multiple melons. I'm bowled over every time.
In a good way. You like having so many melons.
Oh, give me every melon you got. I mean, I don't care how ripe it is. If it's got a rind, it's for this grind, I guess.
We have a melon baller in my home now.
Whoa, okay. Boast much?
I know.
Sorry that you keep your melon baller all the way over there in New York. Keep it away from me. Lord knows what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put them on sticks. I guess. Is that what you do with a melon? What do you do with your melon baller?
It's just...
You live in a small New York City apartment and you have space for a melon baller?
I know, and I live a life of austerity. I'm like, I don't. If I
live a life of austerity,
needlessly, like I'm like, it would be fun and whimsical. Why would I buy it? And then my husband doesn't live that life, and he was like, let's get a melon baller. Changed our lives. It's we're eating watermelon all day. Why not eat it in ball form?
Have a ball.
If you also have an internalized Irish Catholic mindset where you don't deserve pleasure or nice things,
or especially
get a melon baller,
especially like an item that only does one thing. I feel
100%.
like that's the kind of thing that you really are like, I can't get that. It only does one thing. Like when I purchased a rice cooker, I finally purchased a rice cooker.
Yeah.
After destroying rice as many times as I have destroyed, I'm like, I just get a rice cooker, and I'm like, I can't. It's just for rice. It's like, how often do you make rice, though? A lot.
It does the one thing really well, and so does a melon baller. So, and you know what? It takes up zero space. If you have a drawer, you have room for a melon baller. So treat yourself is what I'm saying.
Treat yourself. Get yourself that melon baller, you crazy bastard. But
now,
if you're speaking, and maybe you're going to get that melon baller from this sponsored ad. I'm not going to congratulate myself every time.
Well done.
But I'm going to congratulate myself this one time because I did a really good job shooting it to the ad, guys. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. I can hear your applause. It's like when Nicole Kidman comes on the screen. I can feel it. Light is our hero. But MJ, tell us a little bit more about your heroes, Kerri Russell and Matthew Rhys, because I have been seeing them. They are, man, talk about top of the pops. Those beautiful, beautiful people have been, everyone's like, oh my God, they are Mr. and Mrs. America, which I find very funny because they're not. And I do think that it is this whole like where MJ, you didn't know that he had an accento until you found out he had an accento.
I sure didn't. And I'm still living in a like post Matthew Rhys's Welsh reality. And I'm going to be honest, I'm struggling with it.
Really? I'm very here for it.
Well, it's you and Kerri Russell, because here's the thing, Jackie, you have not watched The Americans.
No.
So it will not be as much of a pleasure to you.
But he's such an American in that, right? Isn't he like such an American that he
He's not
spies
American.
for American?
He is a Russian.
Oh, he's a Russian. Wait, is Kerri Russell Russian too?
They are both Russian.
Whoa.
The premise of The Americans.
This is very Rocky and Bullwinkle coded. Are they there too?
It is the 80s. It is like height of the Cold War, and Matthew Rhys and
he's
Kerri
Welsh,
Russell.
pretending to be Russian, pretending to be American?
Correct.
Whoa. And they say a man can't do it all.
And my thing is just that I've loved The Americans, again, for 10 years, only like last week find out that Matthew Rhys is Welsh. But also, I think I may have known this and forgot that Matthew Rhys and Kerri Russell are together.
Yes.
And they are husband and wife in The Americans, and that is how they met, and they have been together ever since. And yeah, again, if you as a non-Americans fan, that won't like fill you with a horn the way it does for me, but
I do. I mean, I will though. MJ, the second you tell me that the show is horny, you make me want to see the show. But
it's so horny. I know you don't love a thriller, but do you love beautiful people? Jackie? Yeah, I think you do. Wait, okay, remind me the guy who has that funny machine, that robot machine that you strike a pose on the red carpet and it takes...
Oh, the guy with the hair.
That guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. So that, a couple of weeks ago, they were on a red carpet and that guy...
oh my God, I watched this. Yes.
That guy was like, just strike a little pose. And it's the two of them. And of course, they always look like they are the characters from The Americans.
So
like they just like
hot.
lean against each other and look like
Just
beautiful
dramatic.
spies. So dramatic. But then it's like, that machine, that camera, it's like you're supposed to do just one quick little movement. And Matthew Rhys just does like a little like cigarette flick. And Kerri Russell is just like laughing. And so the slow-mo video is him being very kind of like comically
Demure,
sexy
yes.
and demure. And she's just like laughing. And that was the point at which I remembered that they are a couple.
I just
And I was like,
please.
I was like, oh, look, co-stars together on the red carpet. And I was like, look at how much they enjoy each other. And then I was like, they've been together for like 10 years, 13 years. Like The Americans is an old show. I think they have children together. They're not married, but they're like together. And so there was a big like variety like feature of them this week. And they talk about their relationship and they talk about their roles and they talk about, just each other and
how hot
just,
they are and just like how they
so
stare
hot.
into each other's eyes and just, I don't know, maybe they sing at each other. Do you think they harmonize while staring into each other's eyes?
I just have a question for the masses, which is that if you are Kerri Russell and you fall in love with Matthew Rhys over the course of filming The Americans, during which he has an American accent.
Do you have him talk with a Russian accent when you fuck them?
He almost never speaks in a Russian accent. That is what I said. They speak Russian, but if they are speaking, they're usually speaking English. But
well, I mean, they're spies.
Sorry, speaking English with an American accent. But yeah, I posted this video of Matthew Rhys. It's like a let's do lunch with Ita, and he is so Welsh. He's so profoundly Welsh. And my friend who studied abroad in Wales is like, he's like the Welsh poster boy. How did you not know? He's
love
so
this.
Welsh.
So Welsh.
And I am over here just agonizing because I bone for him as an American, if you will, and I am adapting my boner to now be in love with him as a Welshman.
For all of it, yes.
And I just wonder what
him.
Kerri Russell's process was. That's what I want to know.
It's just, if you want to love him at his American, you have to love him at his Welsh, MJ.
I know. And I love accents. I love Commonwealth
honestly, dude,
accents.
Just put on Widow's Bay again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just slap it on again. It was so cool at Midsummer Scream seeing the amount of people that also dressed up as Patricia.
Oh, that's fun.
I saw so many, and I was just like, yes! Oh my God, I have to post the picture of someone also dressed up as pigs in space, like with like the whole get up of pigs in space with like a Pepe was there, and like it was just really great, man. The costumes, at these cons are just unbelievable.
That actually is one gem from the interview, is that Kerri Russell says that Matthew Rhys kind of like always thinks that whatever he's working on is like not going to be good. He's always worried, and he'll come home from filming and be like, I think it's okay. I don't know. It's like fine. But then with Widow's Bay, she said it was the first time that he came home and he was like, this is really, really, really good. And
I'm
like,
so happy
isn't that
for
fun?
him, because
And that's
it's
what
so
was also funny
good.
about that is the last project he did was like The Beast in Me with Claire Danes, and it was pretty mid. So I think it's funny to be like, he probably knew that was mid, but obviously most of the other stuff he does is very, very, very well received.
Yes.
And Beast in Me was fine. It just wasn't like remarkable. But
Yeah.
apparently Widow's Bay was like his first time being like, I know this is a hit.
Good for
you know,
him.
I know.
I
know this is a hit or whatever he would. Kerri Russell, I think this is gonna be a hit. I can't do a Welsh accent. It's very it's special. It's different.
No one's
it's not like the other
asking us
accents.
to, I will say. It's not like the other accents. It's difficult, and no one wants us to do it. So it's for the best that you don't do it, MJ, I would say.
Welsh people, sound off.
Sound off. Let us know. Ow, it's science.
Welsh
that it?
rabbit. I can say
Welsh
one phrase. Welsh rabbit. There's a dish called Welsh
Welsh
rabbit.
rabbit.
Because Matthew Rhys has a boat called the Rarebit. The Welsh rabbit. And he thought it was a sign from God that he should buy the boat because there's a Welsh dish called the Welsh rarebit, and the boat was called the Rarebit. And it's bad luck to rename a boat, and so that's why he
Very
owns
Welsh
it called
of
the
him.
Welsh rabbit. Very Welsh. Extremely Welsh.
Well, you know what was not very Welsh of me? That was my tattoo experience yesterday. And I don't know if it was very Welsh of me because I don't really know what that means. But
you know nothing about Wales.
I couldn't probably point it out on a map. I am the stupid American that Matthew Rhys and Kerri Russell do not portray on the show The Americans. But MJ, I got some tats yesterday, and I've been, for those that I think that if you check out the youtube.com/page7pod, you can see slowly that my midlife crisis is becoming just covered in tattoos, right? This is where I'm putting my crisis.
And look, Jack, maybe you can see if you're watching YouTube, Jackie and I have a little matchy, our little Jughead matchy.
We have our matchies, which of course says forget it, Jughead, it's Riverdale on it, because yes, we do have matching Riverdale tattoos.
And we got that together and it was fun
and it was
not
amazing
that painful.
when we were on tour, and it was not that painful. And I have been getting my legs done, and really, I used to think that I had a low pain tolerance. I think a lot of specifically, which is, I think I find it fascinating. I feel like I talk to a lot of younger women that are like, oh, I have such a low pain tolerance, such a low pain tolerance. And then as we get older, and I'm talking about people like AFABs, I like people that that were born as a woman, that also I feel like society told us that's like, oh, you don't have as high of a pain tolerance.
You're a wimp, yeah.
You're a wimp. And through especially the process of getting tattooed, I have certainly learned that is not the case. We oftentimes, female, like people born as females, have a higher capacity, and especially in different places, right? I pride myself because often, too, in the tattoo culture, and stop me if you're like, oh, yeah, Jackie, everybody knows this, but like you can get spray that makes it not hurt as bad. That is the last thing I will ever do. Because it makes your skin more difficult to tattoo. It makes it difficult for the ink to stick in. Like a lot of tattoo artists don't usually prefer to work with it. I'm not saying that about all of them, and I'm not saying that you should never use this. I just have in my brain, because I've seen men use it, and I'm like, then I'm never going to use it. I don't need it. I'm hard as nails. There's no need for me to do this, right?
Yeah.
So I have varicose veins on my legs, and I've gotten them stripped. And what you don't know is that with varicose veins, if you get them stripped so that they don't hurt anymore, they're still there, and you have to spend lots of money to get plastic surgery to have them not look like you have varicose veins anymore.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get them covered in tattoos, and then it's going to be fine.
Oh, okay.
So I was waiting for a big vein to get tattooed, and I was really putting it off. It's like right in the front of my leg. Everyone could see it on the like in my brain. It was just like all I could see was this vein. I was like, I have to get this vein covered.
The point of self-consciousness for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are not looking at the vein, but I just want you to know that like gray. Like I want you to know that you're not alone in feeling like this about your body. That we all feel this way sometimes.
Yes.
And so I was like, I want to get it covered. So I went to my gal, Julianne, give her a follow, Julianne Ashby. She's the one that is doing all of the many wyverns on my leg. She did my Baba Yaga on my arm. She's an amazing, amazing talent. And so I was like, I'm coming to you because I got to do this. She's like, I'm sure it won't be too bad. And I was like, okay. I am going to post pictures of me because I took pictures because I have never been in such excruciating pain before that I was like gripping the table just with like, and I'm like crying. And then like she would stop and be like, do you want the spray? And I'm like, I don't want the spray. Don't give me the spray.
What am I, a cis boy wimp?
Like, it's just so funny that, like, it was just the two of us in there. There was no need for me to do it.
You don't have to prove
anything. Didn't have to prove anything. Didn't have to. And I wanted to share this experience because at some point I did use the spray. Because I was like, literally, I got to a point that I was like, you can't finish it. You cannot finish that.
And is the spray good shit? It's like an epidural where you're like, why didn't I do this sooner?
It's gone, bro. The problem is that it immediately goes away. But this is the thing, MJ, is that's why I saved it for the very end, thank God, because it doesn't last a long time. And this is also what everybody says, that if you use the pain spray, then all of a sudden you're just like, because it, like all the pain comes back at once and it's like way worse. So I just wanted to share this experience for those of you that wonder, about tattoo experiences, and it was very vulnerable, and I just like cried and held, like Julianne held me afterwards, and I was like, I'm so sorry, and it was great,
Okay, I have a couple of questions, but my biggest is, did it hurt because of where it was on your leg or because of the vein? Or we don't know why. Cause I know that like I have an ankle tattoo that hurt like hell, and a foot, like a tattoo on the top of my foot that
hurt like hell.
But then like the Jughead one didn't hurt that bad.
At all.
So I know it kind of depends. But also I also have, I don't know. I've been trying to figure out what's going on in my leg. Some vein exploded in my leg when I was pregnant, or at least that's how it seems. Something, I think it's a varicose vein. It just looks like something has gone wrong in my leg, and I'm always looking at it like, what's going on here?
What's happening with this?
Is this some sort of time bomb waiting to go bad? Is this just what my leg looks like now? And I think it's probably a varicose vein. And I'm just wondering, if you're tattooing, what if you, I don't know. Are you gonna poke right through the vein?
No,
you're not getting the vein. No.
Julianne literally like held my face because I was like, "You're gonna pop it. It's gonna go up there. It's gonna pop." And she's like, "It doesn't go that thick." She's like, "The skin is the same thickness on the outside of that as it is everywhere else." She's like, "It's not gonna pop it." But I also wonder. I think it is definitely because like literally she was doing a dragon partially on the vein and then partially off. The second it was off of the veins, completely fine. I did not cry or need any of it for the rest of my leg. It is literally just right there. And I do think it's because the vein also is dead. I think it has something to do because like people get like wrist tattoos and stuff like that. You get tattoos on veins all the time. That's not the issue. I think it's because the vein was dead that made it so difficult. I'm only sharing this. Some people may be like, who gives? I'm just throwing that out there because a lot of us are hitting an age where a lot of us do have varicose veins, and I'll
listen to a whole podcast about varicose veins, guys. Point me there. I need to learn.
I wanted to share this information that I learned of like, if you were thinking like me, oh, I'm not going to get this hair therapy and I'm just going to get tattoos over them. I'm just saying, get the spray. Just use the spray. Just use the spray. It's fine. Just use the spray. And it is, it's funny though, because the getting out the spray really is for me, like, I feel like when you show like a leader to a dog to be like, or else I'm going to put this on you. And like they get out the spray. I'm like, not the spray. Please, not the spray.
Yeah, no, it's funny that I think a lot of AFABs are just told constantly as girls that they're, wimpier and weaker and slower. And then, yeah, at some point I think around when you start getting your menses, you realize that you're actually physically much stronger.
Oh my God, am I in pain all the time? And
and then it just keeps escalating. God. It's like your period hurts more than most boys have experienced, and you're getting an IUD and hurts more than most boys have experienced, and you're obviously the childbirth and everything.
You should have seen Kara on LPN Funhouse. I'll never forget. We were all getting zapped. We were all getting like the dog collar. The dog collar goes up to 100. We all I maxed out at like 28. Like that's what I could take. Kara hit all the way to 100, and then she was getting zapped, and she's looking at all of us just being like, I hope you never have children. This, and we're all just like, And it was she could have like bitten through all of us and we would have allowed her to.
Yeah, no, I mean, my first was a emergency C-section way before labor. And then my second, I was like in labor for 20 minutes. Like I felt like one real contraction. And I was like, fuck, this is what everybody does for 24 hours? No. People do this? So I know C-sections are painful in their own right, but that contractions, I literally felt one, and I was like, no, thank you.
No,
Can't believe people are doing this for many hours at a time.
That's all I could think about was that, in the immense pain that I was in with this tattoo, I was like, all I could think of was and I can stop this. I can choose for this to end. Most people, when you're in that kind of pain, you can't choose for it to end, and you just gotta do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we're talking. We have to talk about these things, guys.
Gotta talk about it.
How else are we gonna learn? How else would you know that? Maybe, sure, I could have Googled it, but I knew that if I found out, honestly, genuinely, what I said to Julian afterwards was if I knew it hurt this bad, I probably never would have even attempted to do it.
Really?
So I'm glad I did it, because you know what, MJ? They're covered. They're covered, and I've always wanted them covered, and this is a huge fucking thing for me that afterwards I cried all the way home just because I have been so self-conscious about these damn veins for so long, and now they're covered in dragons, okay?
That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you. Now, are we happy for Carmen Electra? We are not. We are not.
Are we though? I feel like I might be happy for her.
Well, I am worried about her. I want Carmen Electra in therapy. Because Nation's Dumbest is, again, we've talked about it for a couple weeks now, really causing a lot of ego death amongst celebrities.
Talk about self-conscious. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. And it actually is very. It was this episode 4 of Nation's Dumbest, which we are up to, is at first we were kind of like, haha, Carmen Electra, she'll probably be good at this because she's used to being a national laughingstock. But unfortunately,
is she used to being a national laughingstock, or is she not just okay a national laughingstock?
That's the thing. Again, props seriously to JoJo Siwa, who seems to have just absorbed it and run with it in a way that Carmen Electra is wounded. She has an open wound from the way people have talked about her for 20 years, and it's actually very, very sad.
I cannot believe how much more I am enjoying JoJo Siwa after watching her on this damn show.
Swear to God.
Already weirdly champion her here, but if
she's weirdly grown on us.
Yes, and if you want to find out more about how we feel about her during Nation's Dumbest episode 4, you're going to have to wait until after this sponsor. Man, she's really, really genuinely killing it, MJ. She keeps expecting to be like, no, I'm the dumbest, nah. But she's having a blast. It seems like they all genuinely enjoy talking to each other. Like, it
That's the
seems
thing,
like
they're actually
all
pretty fun.
genuinely having fun. Like, it seems like, I love that they're making this weird John Heder Ice-T, like, feud, quote unquote, but
yes.
they both know that it's a joke, and like everyone is just laughing about it.
Totally.
Except
like
for Carmen Electra.
Except for Carmen Electra. Like, I know that the show is dumb, and I just started watching it because Hilaria Baldwin was there. And then I find myself week by week being like, I actually kind of like it. Like, they are... some of the celebrities are going through a process of either embracing some level of like humility or whatever, which I actually will put Hilaria in that she's trying to laugh at herself, at least.
I also, way more than, you know how we hate watch the Baldwins, you know, like
yeah,
that
like
was,
they make evil decisions as a family. We're not taking that away.
No. And she herself should be put on a platform to be made fun of. She's actually very good at being made fun of. She's good at making fun of herself, which, I mean, you kind of gotta be to be on a show like this. In fact, when she was so proud of herself for the first task was like putting 4 liters of water exactly into a pitcher. And when she finally figured out, she just like stood up and she went, "It was thanks to my power suit." And because she had this like red power suit on, but the way she said it, I was just like, you're kind of growing on me too.
At least she's like I do feel like these celebrities are going through this process of like humility and self-awareness. And then there's Carmen Electra, who this process, which is inherently like you must be able to laugh at yourself. She has this festering ego wound from always being considered, you know, just a bimbo or whatever. And, and she is not able to. Like Napoleon Dynamite, obviously, John Heder, he's like not known for anything else. Like, I'm sure there's like some ego wound that comes with being like, I was kind of a one-hit wonder or whatever. But his whole thing is just like, man, Napoleon Dynamite was dumb and I got to prove to everyone I'm smart. And he sounds the exact same as he did then. And he's just like, and then, you know, Ice-T is like, everyone thinks I'm a dumbass, but I got street smarts. And like, everyone's just kind of figuring out their way to be like, I'm a human being and it's fine. And like, you know, this actually isn't a reflection of my worth as a human being. And then poor Carmen Electra is just like, she just panics. She's suffering. And then she keeps like saying, I can't do this. And then in episode 4, she ends up just walking away and leaving. And it actually like, you know, we've talked about Britney and about Jessica Simpson and about how shitty it was to be a beautiful young woman, you know, in the 90s. And I guess the same grace needs to be extended to Carmen Electra. I think she has been profoundly damaged by the way people spoke about her.
And I think she was just genuinely so terrified of looking down the barrel and knowing that she was probably going to win, quote unquote, the nation's dumbest.
Right, by being...
But also, it wasn't even really her fault. She just kept panicking. You could tell she wanted to show that she was smart so desperately. And it's genuinely sad that she just... And you could tell that she was, like, psyching herself out, like, and then, like, afterwards, she'd be like, but I knew it. Oh, but I knew it. Like, it's like, she just psychs herself out. I feel bad that she just... I mean, I'm glad that they let her leave the show.
Yes.
Because at one point they even had her, like, she still had her mic on and she was in her, like, trailer talking about how she can't do this. She just can't do it. And Again, you're on a trip.
I'm on a trip.
Vacation.
I'm with the side of the family that loves to play games, and I hate to play games.
Oh, God, what kind of games?
I'm the fun police.
I'm also the fun police. What kind of games?
Card games, any type of, like, any games. And I like a few games. I love bananagrams. But, like, I'm like, you guys have fun. I will sit at the table with you while you play games, and I will read my book. Like, that is how I want to relax, and I will enjoy you guys shit-talking each other and learning a new game and having fun.
I love that.
And that's how I want to do it. But then one of the cousins had gotten this new game and everyone was so excited to try the game.
It's the 13th Dead End Drive.
I wish. That's the type of game I like.
Except that you
Don't
have to
Wake
set it
Daddy
up
for the kids.
But then you got to set it up for an hour and a half. And then they're just like, can we play? And they're like, put down the batteries.
I know, but Don't Wake Daddy, pretty easy setup. Obviously that's a page 7 classic, and I did buy it for my kids, and we have been enjoying just screaming, "Don't wake Daddy!"
You should just play it with Gideon in the bed and like just do it where it's like you wake up the kids in the middle of the night and it's like, oh, it's Don't Wake Daddy, but it's real.
Oh no, I mean, we live in an apartment with a dad who mostly works at night and sleeps odd hours. So Don't Wake Daddy is the life I'm living in general.
Understand.
But point being, I don't even remember what the game was. I'll find it's Flip 7, I think it was called. It's an extremely simple game to learn. It was a very simple game to learn, but I panic when I have to learn a new game because I'm really afraid I'm going to look stupid. And yes, this goes to an old wound of being the youngest in my family, and everyone understood strategy and everyone understood games.
Board, and then everybody's upset with you. And
and I would always leave crying,
screaming, or trying to like swallow the game pieces so that no one else could use them.
Yes, or like in Bluey when they're just playing pretend with the chess pieces. I'm like over here just like, can I just play with the Monopoly pieces? And everyone's like, no.
I like it when the dog wears the top hat. Can we just please work together?
Just let me play with that. But so I'm playing this very simple card game, and I was like so self-conscious about looking stupid. And because I was like, and I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, listen, some things come easy, some things come hard to different people. Somebody who you think, it's my classmate at school, reading is not coming easy to them, but they're so good at soccer. Like soccer does not come easy to you, but you're so good at reading. Like it's no judgment of like what comes easy and hard. And I'm over here playing this game, sweating. I'm like, I want to leave. I'm like all of the relaxation.
Yourself.
I'm so
foaming at the mouth. I just become a little Cujo, and everyone's like, "What's going on with MJ?"
I'm like a 7th grader on the first day of school again, like so insecure. And then I watch Nation's Dumbest with Carmen Electra, and I'm like, it's okay that you're not this type of smart girl. You're good at other things. And you've obviously had a lot of success.
MJ, if you kept screwing up like that in front of everybody,
I would want to leave.
I don't think I would show it to other people. Like I definitely would probably keep it to myself, much to the detriment of myself. But I would be spiraling alone every second.
I think we're all sensitive little babies is what I'm learning from Nation's Dumbest. I think that Anthony Michael Hall is also a little upset with himself.
Oh my God. Well, he's an idiot. Sorry.
He's an idiot.
He is dumb.
But you know what? He's a man in his 60s, I think, and he's just able to roll with it. And he's just like, oh, all right, whatever.
None of them knew what a muffaletta was?
None of them
have like traveled internationally. Like you've never heard the word muffaletta before?
Spanish Hilaria Baldwin?
Right.
You don't know?
I'm sorry.
What a muffaletta?
You
never
even know
been
the
to
English
New Orleans?
word for cucumber. You don't know what a muffaletta is?
I could not believe that not one celebrity knew what a muffaletta is. You haven't been to New Orleans once? You're all rich. You're multicultural.
Is it because I don't know? In my head, I'm like, are they beyond the place of like looking at menus anymore? Is it just that people bring them food and they just don't know? I don't know. I don't know what happens up there.
I think wealth does make you stop learning and stop being curious. So.
At least that's what Anthony Michael Hall wants you to assume. I think that he wants to be like, see, I just been wealthy. Like, I'm just that kid from that movie when he grabbed the girl in the car. Come on.
Yeah, he is the dumbest of them all. But man, also I know we can move on to the next thing, but I just want to say that Steve-O, talk about 7th grader, feeling like a 7th grader again. Steve-O awakens in me the type of crush that I can't even access as a 40-year-old person. Yes.
Wow.
I love Steve-O so much, and I thirst for him so much, and it makes
voice,
me
right?
It's everything. It's the voice.
Sounds like you want to kiss on Yo-Yo Siwa too.
It's the voice. It's the tattoo of his face on his back.
On his back, yeah.
It's the fearlessness. It's the brief stint with veganism. It's the successful sobriety.
He loves his dog. I do like that.
I think he's like one of the sexiest people on earth, and that's insane because it's Steve-O.
It is Steve-O. That is insane.
I just want to bring that to the table. You're not trying to kiss anyone on Nation's Dumbest, I assume.
Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry, it was just was very funny at the end with Napoleon. I'm calling him Napoleon Dynamite. When Napoleon Dynamite was asked about what Skrilla was against Ice-T, and everyone that was watching them was like, "Hey, Napoleon Dynamite doesn't know what Skrilla is. He doesn't know what fucking Skrilla." And it's like the one thing that Napoleon Dynamite did know is that Skrilla is also money, and I was proud of him. Because if he didn't know that up against Ice-T, it really would have just been even funnier. Ice-T.
And then
see, I feel like I'm having more of a crush on Ice-T through all of this because he's so just like,
he doesn't give a fuck.
I'm a gangster. I don't know, but
he
it's
does
like,
not give a fuck.
He does not care at all.
The last question that got them was who sings the 1986 hit "How Will I Know?"
How Will I Know?
And everyone all the other celebrities are like, Ice-T is a musician. He's gonna know
this is Whitney. This is definitely Whitney. Like,
and John Heder, who's Napoleon Dynamite, is just sitting there, like the camera, talk back after. He's like, so I'm sitting there saying to myself, how will I know? How will I know? How will I know? And he like works his way into it. And it's so cute. And then Ice-T's like, I was in the streets in 1986. I wasn't listening to Whitney. We weren't banging Whitney. And then he's fine. He's like, I'm not. He doesn't care. He doesn't need people to think he's smart because he's like, I know I'm smart in what I'm smart at, and this is not measuring that. And I didn't know. How will I know? And I don't care. And we love that for him.
Man, there are some people out there that know a lot about reptile smuggling. And yeah, I am talking about Monsters of God. MJ. If I wasn't watching the episode so late last night, I would have woken you up to say, MJ, watch this episode. There's only the first episode has dropped. And
only one. Okay, good.
Only one. So you're jumping on. You're jumping on just in time because yes, this is made by filmmaker Eric Goode, the person that made Chimp Crazy and Tiger King. And now on HBO, they are starting to do the same kind of story, but about big reptile smuggling. They got snakes, they got lizards, they got all kinds of things. It's crazy.
Chimp Crazy?
In the first couple minutes, it shows this guy that's trying to get an anaconda that's his, into this box, and he gets them into the box, and he goes to put the cover on the box, and the snake had just slithered in, and the second he went to go put the cover on the box, it went and just so fast. They move so fast. Emily, they move so fast.
Gideon is going to be so excited about this.
It's so crazy. You're finding about all this, and also how horrific it is, and what they did to start getting the reptiles smuggled. It's
gonna be. Yeah, I always say I love Chimp Crazy, but Chimp Crazy was devastating.
This is
was Tiger King.
I feel like some people, and I understand to a point, I guess, that some people are like, why would I ever want a snake? I can't cuddle with it. You know what I mean? Why would I want a lizard? I can't cuddle with it. But these are all so many rare, unique creatures that are just so fascinating. And how they treat them is so horrible. And because it's they're just reptiles.
Totally. This is the reason Gideon loves reptiles so much is because he took in the mid 80s, he took a summer camp class somewhere on some Catskill Mountain somewhere, taught by some nature guy that was called Animals Nobody Loves. And it was all about reptiles and snakes and animals and bugs and animals that nobody loves. And I do think that that the reptile breeding thing is kind of premised on who cares? They're reptiles,
And also the fact it's this weird additional of you have to go and find these rare things and rip them out of their homes to be I did this. I went and I'm the big, scary human being that went in and championed these smaller it's like that. It's like that. It's the whole big game hunter kind of thing. It's the whole because this does wrap in where Tiger King and Chimp Crazy didn't really get into that. I feel like, if I remember correctly, like this is like, at least the first episode is about the actual like how
the acquisition
they did it.
of the animals.
They would just be going on planes to the middle of nowhere, like rounding up, and then they just shove them in suitcases.
Oh, that's
and
awful.
just like I'm not going to get into some, like, I actually was like a little sick at one point, so I will say trigger warning. If you have too much empathy and sometimes you see something like that, and I'm just like, but it's only the first episode, and I'm immediately just like, I want to watch every second of it.
Well, what made Tiger King and Chimp Crazy so good is that, yes, it's kind of about the animals, but really it's about the pathology of the humans that engage with this. And what makes the Tiger King guy, like, what drives him, right? And then what Chimp Crazy was so interesting was, and I remember talking about this with Holden, was that like the pathology of this woman with all the chimps is like, you want a child who will never grow up. And it ends up being this really Freudian thing where you're like, what subconscious drive is motivating this, like this anti-nature, like it's this antisocial behavior,
right?
And but with a reptile thing, there's this like masculinity, there's this like conquering,
being a god of like a creature that can kill you. Like I feel like it is so much, because it does follow Hank Molt and Tommy Crutchfield. So Hank Molt is like the guy. He is the one that started all of it. He's an older dude. He's in the docking. So that's, like you're saying, it's about the characters too of what, and this guy screwed over so many people. And then it's him versus the guy who they both hate each other more than life itself. The other guy that tried to take over Hank Molt. So it's like there is this whole
so it's like the business war,
business war
Carol
of
Baskin.
it. Exactly. So it's all of it. But apparently Eric Goode, the guy that makes these, this one to him is the most special, because the reason why he started Tiger King and all this stuff is because he's a huge reptile guy. And he is a person, like, there's all this footage of him being like, this is the project that means the most to me because I was the one trying to get the reptiles. And fascinating.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
They're just so big and they're just moved so fast. And also, I kind of want a Komodo dragon, but you want to have a space for a Komodo dragon because they really can just bite through your hand.
How big are they?
Big. They're pretty big. You want like a big space.
Yeah.
You want a big space for them.
Not a New York apartment.
No. They needed an enclosement, like a jungle enclosement.
Yeah.
But
no, that's I'm on family trip with 2 toy Australian shepherds, and if I make it home without my family acquiring a toy Australian shepherd, then they're the cutest dogs that have ever existed. And my family, as many of you know,
God, MJ.
My family is living with 3 cats. We have acquired another cat.
Oh my God, they're on our Wiggle Butts. Oh my God, I love our Wiggle Butts on Reddit. It's all about the Wiggle Butt dogs.
They're toy Australian shepherds. I mean, also full-size Australian shepherds. They're beautiful.
I mean,
my
Australian
kind of
shepherds. Oh my God, with the eyes, with the
beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yes. So we're on vacation with 2 of them, and then another perfect dog. And so of course my children want a dog, and that's going to be.
How are you going to get that? How are you going to put that on? Kara said that she told Rosie that she had to wait 7 years. The problem was that was 2.5 years ago, and Rosie is still counting down. And Kara's like, "Why did I say?" She's like, "I thought she was going to, kind of be like, I thought it was going to be one of those,
Well, Kara, listen, my poor parents, I begged for a dog every day, and then they finally acquiesced when I was like 14, and at that point, I had a social life. I'm like, going out with friends at night.
They're not taking care of the dog.
I was not. Of course, I promised I would do everything. I did nothing.
Of course,
I
you
did
promised.
0% work. And the dog became my parents' dog, and they loved the dog, and they did an amazing job with the dog and everything. But like, so I do think that the message that I want to give to Kara is I actually think that you don't want to wait until the kid is 14 because the kid's only a few years away from moving out. Their social life is getting them out the house. I think 9 or 10 is maybe the sweet spot when you have recovered from, I don't know. I don't want a dog. I don't want a dog. I don't want a dog. And all week I've been like, we're getting a dog.
Sounds like you're
within
manifesting
days,
a dog. Sounds like the more you say I don't want a dog, the more likely the chance of you getting a dog is. But okay, question though, are you up against Gideon about it? Does Gideon want a dog?
I mean, we all want a dog. I don't want to. We all love dogs.
MJ, you don't have to explain this to any of us. We all know you don't want a dog because you are the one that's going to take care of the dog. Like we get it. We know what's gonna happen here.
It's
not that you don't love dogs. You love dogs. Do you have the time to take on a dog?
Right.
With the 3 cats and the 2 kids and the husband, you have to do it.
Yeah. So I feel like all I do is
in fact, you know what you can tell the kids?
Things.
Aunt Jackie says you guys can't get a dog until I get a dog. And then I'll just put it off for a while.
And then they're going to text you.
When I get a dog,
text you every day and ask you.
Yeah, they can text me and I'll tell them no. And then one day I'll send them a little picture of a little snout and be like, it's time. And then they're going to be even more excited to get the dog than I am.
Yeah, well, if you're depressed out there, go follow some like toy Australian Shepherd accounts, and you'll feel immediately better. That's the other thing.
Follow Pork and Beanies.
They're also all these 3 dogs are all a pack, and so I think that we don't even. I think now at this point the kids don't even want one dog; they want a pack of dogs.
That's because oh my god! Well,
and they're cute. It's so cute. They walk around in a little pack. If one of them goes upstairs, they all go upstairs. They go outside. They see the geese. They chase after the geese all together. They're a little gang.
You have to show them what happens when a pack of dogs get together and they're not good. That's what we just start showing them. Get them on the YouTubes that they're showing just a bunch. Like, this is what happens when dogs work together. Oh, this is what you want in your house? Didn't that happen in like Balto, right? Isn't that where does this dog get ripped apart by wolves?
I'm not going to show them that, Jackie.
Why?
I don't
teach them what happens when dogs get together. A murder of dogs is what they're called.
I'd rather get 3 dogs than show them Balto. Okay, so don't push me this way.
I just referenced Balto, but I don't think I've seen Balto since Balto came out. But is it because it was really sad? Because I feel like it's one of those like all dogs go to heaven, where it was one of those like the terrifying little toaster or whatever it was, the sad fucking toaster,
the brave little toaster.
Like I feel like it was all in that area where it's like, why don't we show all the kids that they can die at any time?
Right, where we realized we were retroactively traumatized by Balto. Yeah, I've read a lot of. I gotta say, I do a lot of books about like dog sled racing. I feel like I read so many books about.
You said dog slut racing for a second. I was like, yeah, you better get those slutty dogs out there, get them to moving, because if they get caught, they're gonna get knocked up. And that kind of sounds like the book I'm currently reading, which is Willing Prey, but that's consensual. That's all. I asked at Rip Bodice for a book that a monster fucker could read that had humans in it. That's something that would also sate a monster fucker. And they gave me Willing Prey. And it's about very consensually a woman is getting paid $1,000 a day to live in this house with this really hot guy that had a crush on her for a really long time. And she gets hunted whenever he wants to hunt her. And then when he catches her, they have like really crazy sex. But they both are very into it, and she gets paid a lot of money, and it's great.
So no monsters, but just monster-like behavior.
Humans, yeah, it's humans doing it.
Have you seen Wicker yet?
No,
is Wicker out yet?
No. You think if I saw Wicker, I wouldn't be like, the Wicker. Like, I would be talking only Wicker. It doesn't come out until October, but I also think it only comes out in the UK in October. I don't think it comes here in October.
Oh, I was going to say maybe you could see it for your birthday because this is Jackie's birthday episode and everyone should go wish Jackie happy birthday, but she doesn't have enough wicker in her life. So you can figure out something else that she likes.
Yeah, because I don't get that for my birthday.
Spike, Mothman, and whatever. If you know what Jackie likes, tag her on Instagram, tell her happy birthday, sing to her. I could sing to you now if you'd like, but I don't have to. Different people have different relationships.
If you want to come up with a different happy birthday song and sing it, though, you're welcome to. If you want to put your own spin on it.
I feel like, everyone has like their least favorite happy birthday song. Don't the Beatles have one? Or am I thinking birthday? I don't like that
one. There's that one.
There's that
There's
one.
There's the regular birthday song. I guess I appreciate, even if you just said, it's your birthday, go Jackie.
Oh, Jackie.
Go Jackie.
It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. I'll even take one of those.
And a happy belated birthday to Adam as well.
Adam, the amazing Adam, who really survived his wasp sting with flying colors. He really, honestly, really was crazy. I'm going to say it. As a man, he didn't complain at all. He just told me about it and then didn't bring it up ever again. So I just want to give kudos to Adam because he's one of the good ones.
Yes, happy birthday, Adam, and happy birthday, Jackie. I hope that your Leo season is bringing everything. How are you? How are you going to celebrate? What's your? I know that we have at the end of the month there's network break, and you are going to be with your lovely family. But for your actual birthday, how are you going to treat yourself?
We're having a relaxation station, babe. But we are, Jeff set it all up for me. I am having a relaxy taxi day. There's going to be massages. There's going to be facials. I'm going to my favorite restaurant. I'm going to have some friends over to watch a really bleak movie. It's exactly what I want because nothing says happy birthday like a spaceship that has no gas, that is going in the wrong direction, and that there's no way back until they find another planet's orbit to turn around. And that is Aniara. And I love to be bleak, especially on my birthday. I think there's something about Leos it's very funny. I think that we have so many Leo babies in our life. And we're surrounded by many Leo children, and I love the Leo children. They love their birthdays. And then you look at all the sour Leo adults.
Yeah, because the kids, both Cena's kid and Holden's kid, both Leos.
Yes.
Yes. And then it's like you, Travis, Adam. So many people are all Leos. Yes.
Julie, James, obviously Winnie, the child, but also it's very Carolina, Cosmo, Julie, me, Adam, James. That's literally in 1 week.
That's
we have
crazy.
All of those, birthdays.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Really is great. Jess, now I'm making new friends. They're all Jess from Dorian, who I'm writing the video game. She's also an amazing Leo. It's crazy. As entertainers, we're surrounded by them, and it's fascinating to watch the horoscope change and shift as we get older. And
right, because you used to be just party girl energy. Leo season.
Yes, it used to be crazy, and now it's just I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah. You're aging into a Virgo.
You should have I guess I am aging into a Virgo. Even just the pain I experienced yesterday. When I got home to sleep, I slept better than I've ever, I was just like, oh. And it's just like, man, sometimes bleak, pain, upset puts you right out, man. Really just helps. You don't have to slurp on any scissor. You don't have to take anything, and it just puts you right out. But come on by if you guys want to check out I'm going to post the pictures of the tattoos over the veins, and then you guys can tell me, you're right. You can't even see those veins. And I'll be like, please tell me you can't see the veins. Right? You can't. And just lie to me because it's my birthday, and that is what being the birthday gal is all about. But MJ, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your family trip, and I hope that you make it back from your family trip without coming home with multiple toy Australian shepherds.
3 dogs. Yes, I I will. I think we're New Yorkers rediscovering nature over here. We're looking at worms.
Anything that has scared them more than you expected?
No, they're weirdly. My kids are. What we have discovered on this trip is that I'm the baby about bugs.
Really?
I don't like any bugs, and I don't long for nature. I don't long for the country. I'm perfectly happy in New York City. I like obviously getting out and stuff, but like these bugs at night, we're out there having, fires and everything, and and my kids are like picking them up and rescuing them, and they just rescued a worm earlier this morning. They're like, don't kill that large, terrifying beetle. It's so cute. There was a spider cricket on the stairs that led to a big family calamity. That was a spider cricket. If you don't know what that is, you should Google it. It's terrifying. And so the kids were down in the basement of this big house, and there was a spider cricket on the steps, and so they were like, we're trapped down here. We can't come up.
Yeah, we're never coming back up ever again. Sorry.
And then my poor husband was wearing contacts, but he's a Gen Xer, and people of that generation have gotten to a point in their lives where they need reading glasses or progressive lenses, and it's very complicated if you're wearing contacts. He's trying to wear contacts so he can swim. Long story short, he's trying to catch the spider cricket, but he can't see close up. So he has tried to get his face close enough to the spider cricket to see it's jumping. So he starts screaming. He runs upstairs, and then my whole family is upstairs except the kids who are downstairs screaming and crying. But also one of the kids is saying, "Please don't kill it! Please don't kill it! It's so cute," but they're too scared to pass it. So then another family member goes down and catches it, and it is so powerful that as she is holding it in the jar, it is shaking. The jar is shaking. It's a monster. It is a monster. Maybe you want to have sex with it. It was so scary, and so I'm a big scared baby about bugs, and that was the only time they were scared, and even still they didn't want to kill it. Can't kill anything. Can't kill the wasps.
Even though it is a cricket that looks like a huge spider. That is, no thank you. It's proud of you guys. I'm proud of you for not just immediately like, we have to kill it. You don't understand.
No.
And if I were there, that's what would have happened.
That thing is alive out there, and it's probably having more babies. But it's been lovely. I'm looking at grass. I'm looking at deer.
Good for you.
God, I could look at deer all day. Right? They're so nice,
and they don't want you looking right back at them. I heard
they don't.
That too. Look at two. Remember that? Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us on this week's episode of Second Helpings. I had an absolute blast, and I hope you did too. And come on down. Check us out, youtube.com/page7pod. We are getting your full videos of both Second Helpings and Page 7 every week. And hopefully soon we're going to be having more other YouTube exclusive content. So get on down there and give it a sub while you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it right now. Get it done. But also, my name is Jackie Zabrowski. You can follow me on Instagram at JackThatWorm and get more information about, just who knows what other things in life. MJ?
You can follow our Patreon, patreon.com/page7podcast. You can email us, page7podcast@gmail.com, and you must go wish Jackie a happy birthday.
Come on.
Jack That Worm on Instagram.
Come on.
You all love her. You know how much you all love her. Make her feel loved. Happy birthday, Jackie. We love you.
I love you guys too. We'll be back next week, babies. Pot'll be better. Second time around.